Okay, so the plan view here has the measurements correct to the nearest 10 centimeters. So if I take the 800 centimeter length, for instance, the scale measuring that is going up in tens because it's nearest 10. The greatest it could be then is halfway, yeah, between 800 and 810. Halfway, everything rounds down. So the greatest will be 805 centimeters. Okay, so when they ask for greatest possible area, you're going to consider this to be the greatest possible length, yeah? So we can write that there. Same then for this here, 805 here. Also for this, no, similar situation, of course, this will be 405 and this will be 405. Now to work out the area of this here, okay, you could cut it into two parts, okay, A and B. Then you'd have to maybe work out this length here, but bear in mind that this length is 405 and the longer length is 805. That will make this to be 400, okay, so you've got to sort of look out for that there. One other way I kind of like to look at this is think of this as a big square to start with, and then a little square has been cut out at the end. Okay, I think that's the sort of safest way to think of this here. But you need to appreciate that this is going to be 400 here. Okay, because 405, 805 will make this 400. Similarly, then looking the other way, that's also going to be 400. Okay, because 805, 405, so we've got 400 there. So area of large square will be 805 times 805. So we do that on my calculator. I've got 648025 centimeters squared. Area then of the small square, which is going to be cut out, will be 400 times 400. Which is 16 and then 4 zeros. So all I need to do then is take away, okay, right, so we just need to see then that you need to minus these essentially, okay, so the area left, the area of her garden will be that, take away this, so 648,025, take away 160,000. So we get 488,025 centimeters squared. Okay, so in part B it says Laurie plans to spread grass seed over a garden using a spreadable tool, and it says over each square meter the spreading tool spreads 30 grams, correct the nearest 5 grams. So she's got this bag of seed here, and it says can she be certain that there's enough grass seed? So she's to be certain, we've got to think about worst case scenario. So worst case scenario means that her garden here is the biggest possible garden it can be. So we're going to use this answer here. Okay, biggest possible garden, which means she's obviously going to need more seed. So can she be certain she's going to actually be able to spread across to the sort of conditions here? Now the issue we've got is this is in centimeters squared, and they refer this to each square meter. So what I would do is, okay, change the square meter into centimeters squared so we can work with our answer from part B, from part A. And if you remember, it's really easy to do that because if we just consider what a meter squared actually is, okay, it's just 1 meter by 1 meter, isn't it? That's what 1 meter squared is. Okay, 1 meter times 1 meter. Now if I change that to centimeters, well, 1 meter in length is 100 centimeters. Same for the width. Now I can work out the area here, just timesing them, and I get 10,000 centimeters squared. So in other words, 1 meter squared is 10,000 centimeters squared. Okay, so because she can spread 30 grams of seed, correctly there's 5 grams on a meter squared, she can spread it on 10,000 centimeters squared. That's the equivalent. So I just need to see how many 10,000 centimeters squared are in there. Okay, essentially I'm looking at how many meter squared are in there. So to do that, I just divide okay, 488,025 divided by 10,000, and I get 48.8025. So basically this 48.8025 meters squared in her garden. Okay, so for every one of them, for every one of these, she can spread 30 grams of grass seed, but of course this is correct to the nearest 5 grams. So we need to think about worst case scenario. Okay, so that is certain she's got enough seed. So worst case scenario is she spreads the biggest amount of grass seed. So to the nearest 5 grams, the greatest grass seed she would spread would be 32.5 grams, yeah? Because it's to the nearest 5 grams, going up in 5s. So that would be the greatest. So we need to see total grass seed. Essentially, well, that's how many meters squared. She's got 48.8025. We'll write it all down. And each meter squared, there's going to be 32.5 grams of grass seed. So we're going to times them. And we're going to see what the total is. Well, when I do the total, I get 1586. And I'll just even round it there. That'll be fine. That's grams. To change it to kilograms, of course, a kilogram is 1,000 grams. So you need to divide by 1,000. So that will be what it is in kilograms. And of course, she's only got 1.5 kilograms. So she can't be certain. Okay. So in this case, she can't be certain. Because in the worst case scenarios, she's going to use more grass seed than 1.5 kilograms.